So I just had an incident where I had to call the police.
Hey y'all, my name is Renee and I am a woman in her 50s who one day looked around and realized my life was full, but I felt empty. I had built this beautiful picture, but it wasn't mine. It was everything I thought I should want: security, stability, status. But deep down, I knew none of it truly reflected my heart. My husband and I were separated at the time, so I decided to go ahead and buy an RV and start a healing journey. Now I'm traveling, growing, and living a spiritual journey that's teaching me more than I ever imagined. For those of you who've been around from day one, I'm back and I'm glad to have you here. And if you're joining me for the first time, I want to welcome you. The real story is still unfolding. I want to welcome you to Gypsy Soul Reborn. Now, let's go.
Isn't this gorgeous? Hey, you guys. I'm just taking all of this in a YouTube channel, really, with my RV and my dog. Well, I'm beginning to say goodbye to this place. It has been very healing. The water compound is a great source for good energy and healing. And we got the sky. Want to watch a sunset with me? My last sunset in Bar Harbor. Wow. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Well, it's good morning for me anyway. Hello. Don't know what time it is when you're watching this, but it is a good morning to me. I am currently in Portland, Maine. I left Bar Harbor, Maine yesterday. It's only a 3.5 hour drive that I did. It was my first time ever driving that far by myself. Daryl is usually behind me, but this time he wasn't. I'm traveling all the way from Maine to California. So, with a lot of stops in between, it's going to be a minute. It's not going to be a quick drive. I'm going to stop for a while in certain places and hang out. So it's a journey. Um, I so am I nervous? Am I scared? Am I, all that? Of course I am. I'm going to keep it real. This is new to me, and totally different than what I'm used to. So yes, I am very nervous. I'm very scared at times, but I am also excited. And the excitement is what pushes me through it. I think the reason why I was so tired last night is that the anticipation and the nervousness of driving by myself yesterday, I didn't sleep well. So after 3.5 hours, I was sleepy. So I was so happy to be able to come to a Crackle Barrel and park my RV and get some rest. I felt safe the whole time. There are other RVs around. And plus my dog will let me know if somebody's too close, right? Safety is very important to me, and we'll discuss that later about what I'm doing as far as making sure that I'm safe. But safety is very important to me, and it's the first thing. And safety for me is making sure the RV is safe, making sure everything is working. Although I notice in this life, sometimes you can plan very well and the unexpected will happen. And that's teaching me not to be so much in control, because you can't, and to go with the flow and just take a deep breath. So last night I was so tired, I went to sleep. I didn't get a chance to eat. I think I had some chips for dinner. I was able to feed August, and this morning I'm gonna go to Crackle Barrel and have me some breakfast. I'll be back. Y'all, it is cold out here.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 66 for US 1 south toward Boston.
It's nice out here. Sorry for the background noise. But I think I like this little life. This little life. Do you have cameras? Do you have cameras? Because I want to press charges. Check the cameras. You will see he was doing this to my door. He didn't try one time. He tried several times and he was threatening. I want to press charges. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. And well, it's a good morning for me. I don't know if it's good afternoon or evening for you, but today is Wednesday, late October. I don't have the date. I'll list it up there, but I am currently in Rhode Island, the New England area, heading to New York. Yesterday was very eventful. I went to get some gas after I left the campground in Boston, Massachusetts. Shortly after I left it, I stopped to get some gas, and I did go in the back of the RV to make sure some things were secure. So I might have been 5 minutes or so, maybe less. And I got a knock on my RV. I come up to this part here, look out the window, and there's a guy out there, and very upset. Asked me if I was going to get out and pump my gas or what. I kind of stood there for a minute because his demeanor was not one that made me feel safe. So I stood there and I told him I'm coming. Next thing you know, he tried to open my door. Like this, tried to open my door. Yeah, he tried to open my door. Luckily, I was able to handle it with the element of surprise. Let's just say that. I'm not going to list all the things that I do for safety, but you best believe I'm going to be safe. And end up calling the cops. You know, he walked away, end up calling the cops. He was actually in a Loomis security truck, not the one that has the cash in it, but he was in some type of truck. And you know, I could have pressed charges, but I didn't want to have to keep going back and forth to court, so I let it go. But he was rushing, and it ended up taking about an hour and a half to 2 hours before he left, because the cops were there and they were trying to defuse the situation. I tell myself that this could have happened anywhere, and it could have. It could have happened in my hometown in Georgia. It could have happened anywhere. I would just say that anybody right now, the way the climate is in this country, make sure you are safe and make sure that you have safety measures and you can use anything as a weapon in case you need to, especially if you're a woman out here, especially if you're a minority. And that's that. But today is a new day. I'm not going to let that scare me. I'm going to keep my head on the swivel, always looking around me. I'm not going to live in fear and stay in my home, because you can stay in your house, catch cancer, and die. So I am going to live my life, and that is that. I'm not going to let that drain my spirit. That's my dog. Amening me. So I'm about to head to New York. I stayed at Cracker Barrel last night. It was a quiet night. There were a couple of other RVs and vans next to me. So I got my coffee, a lot of coffee, and I am ready to hit the road and head to New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. This is so cool, you guys. Am I scared? At times, yes. Nervous? But excited. And I'm keeping myself really calm. And it's working. All right.
There was more to it than I said on screen. The truth is, the male officer sided with him when he claimed he tried to open the door because he couldn't hear me, which was a lie. His face told the truth: anger, hostility, and the desire to intimidate me. I explained myself, but it didn't matter. The truth wasn't going to reach him. His mind was closed. So I chose silence. I chose safety. And that winter, I chose to stay home with my husband. Change is slow. Sometimes it creeps in piece by piece. I needed to regroup, to process, to break free from the scripted life that I have written for me. I needed to find my voice and my freedom. I needed to become unscripted, and that's precisely what I'm doing.